This video clip is going to focus on lesson practice number 1 from set 1 from this section of the notes. And the instructions read, evaluate the following expressions. And if you look at all these expressions, you'll notice that they're all powers of 10. And to complete this section, we're going to use the second function to the log button here, and that is 10 to the x. So if I hit second log, you'll notice it has 10 with the caret, and it's waiting for me to plug in the exponent. If you will look at the first question here, it's 10 to the 5th power, so I'm going to plug in the 5, hit enter, and there's the answer for my first question here, 100,000. And I'm going to skip to this third question here and type in 10 to the 5th plus 10 to the negative 2. So I'm going to hit second log, put in that exponent of 5 again, and then make sure you close your parentheses. If you do not close your parentheses, your calculator will calculate this expression wrong. So now I'm going to put the plus sign in and type in 10 to the negative 2, or second log, which brings up 10 to the caret of negative 2. Make sure you use your negative button, plug in 2, close your parentheses there, hit enter, and then we have an answer of 100,000.01. So I'm going to write those two answers down. So this was 100,000. And then this answer was 100,000. Oh, not this one. It was the third one. It was 100,000.01. So go ahead and complete the rest of lesson practice number 1 and lesson practice number 2. This video clip is going to focus on lesson practice number 1 from set 2 from this section of the notes. And the instructions read, write each number in standard notation. If you look at all these problems down here, they're written in scientific notation. And all we're going to do is plug them into our calculator the way they appear and write our answers in standard notation form. So our first one is 5.32 times. Now this 10 to the 5th, I'm going to use the second function of the log button here, which is 10 to the x. And I'm going to plug in that exponent of 5 and close my parentheses and hit enter. And I have 532,000 for my answer. And I'll write that down in a second. So let's do the second one. 8.13 times second log. And it's negative 3 for my exponent here. And make sure you use the negative sign and not your subtraction sign. Close your parentheses, going to hit enter, and I have 0.00813. So I'm going to copy those down. $532,000 for my first answer, and then we have 0.00813 for our second answer here. So go ahead, finish lesson practice number 1 and complete lesson practice number 2.